Hi, I'm Peter Sidwell. Welcome to my kitchen here. I've got a delicious recipe for you. We're going to do a beautiful summer roast chicken. We're going to baste the bottom in some lovely prune juice and bay and all those lovely flavours. Get that in the oven, 90 minutes, it'll be cooked. And then we're going to serve a really beautiful summer slaw that's just really crisp, really crunchy and absolutely delicious. The perfect midweek supper, easy to cook. Stay tuned. So, got a medium roast chicken here. I'm just going to cut this open out the packet and do a couple of things to it, nice and easy, nothing too out there. So it's tied up, I'm going to leave it trussed up. I'm just going to use a sharp knife and just cut into the thigh there. 3 cuts. And I'll do the same on this side. There we go. And then just wash my hands. The soapy water there. Right, so we're just going to add a little bit of rapeseed oil. It's got a nice buttery kind of flavour. It works really well with roast chicken. Then I've got some fresh thyme. I've got a load of that. I'm going to bung that straight in. There we go. And then I've got bay, which I've just kind of sabotaged from the herb garden at the cookery school. I'm going to put all that inside, and the reason why I've done that is because I want the inside to steam and I want all the flavours to come up through the chicken. Now if you just put all that on the outside, it's going to burn. So all inside, lots and lots of flavour. Okay, I've got lemon, chop that in half, in that goes. That's going to help with the steam as well. Right, now lots of salt and pepper. That's going to help the skin crisp up lovely, and I've got a little tip for you later on that as well. So good seasoning of salt, pepper, all those lovely flavours are going to help kind of lift it. And then just for that kind of nice fruitiness, with roasting it's really good to have it roasting on the top and then the bottom have liquid so that it's kind of steaming up and it's basting and it's bubbling and keeping nice and hydrated. So, prune juice. Probably about 300 mils in the bottom there. That chicken in there will sit there for an hour and a half beautifully. It'll roast, it'll go really crispy, and then we'll just rest it for 20 minutes while we do the rest of the cooking, and that is it. You will have a delicious dinner. I have got a roast chicken in here. Hour and a half. I've put inside loads of fresh thyme, bay leaf and lemon. Popped it inside, loads of salt and pepper, a bit of rapeseed oil, and then we've roasted it for an hour and a half, and I've put some California prune juice in the bottom just to get sweet and sticky and keep everything beautifully hydrated. So, that's it, easy. So I'm going to put that to one side and just let it rest while I show you this really lovely slaw. So, as many fruit and veggies as we can, that's the general message that we get these days. So, I'm going to make a really delicious, kind of fresh, fruity, healthy summer slaw just to go with a really simple quarter roast chicken. It's a bit chicken in a basket inspired, but why not? So, dressing first. We're going to go lime juice. So the juice of 1 lime in there, so really nice and tangy. Get all that in there. And then I've got a couple of satsumas as well. So a sort of slightly sweeter note. You don't get as much juice out of there. So it's all citrusy. Here we go. And then lemon. I'm going to put half a lemon in. And I'll hang on to the other half just in case. There we go. Right. So I'm going to mix in some rapeseed oil. About half and half. There we go. Right, then we'll just season this up a little bit. So, some salt, and then pepper. That's going to kind of act as our dressing, okay? Give it a little whisk. Kev, you won't get me some flat leaf parsley from the garden, would you? Thank you. Big handful. Awesome, thank you. Maybe some mint as well, actually. Right, so we're going to shred everything up now. Got pink lady apples, going to do those first because I don't want them to oxidise, and all we're going to do is just slice them sort of like 1/4 centimetre thick slices. There we go, let's just crop into there. Pile them all back up, so you've got two halves there. We'll do the same on this one. So I'll pile them up. I'll do 2 apples. Cheers, Kev. There we go. Pile them all back up, and they're ready to chop. So, all we need to do is just drop that right in there. And just slice them up. Nice and thin. We want them into matchsticks. As soon as they're chopped, pop them straight into the dressing, and that'll stop them from browning and oxidising or anything like that. Give them a quick stir. Beautiful. Right, okay, so fennel. I'm kind of obsessed with fennel. I think it's delicious. I think it's really fragrant and beautiful. I've taken the outside layer off, keep that for another day. Pop it in the freezer if you're not going to use it. It's great instead of onions. Making a nice tomato ragu for some pasta or something like that. So I've cut that little V out to the middle, so that's taking the core off. And then just shred the fennel as finely as possible. So I'm developing this recipe for a client actually, who wanted just something really simple, light for lunch, low in carbs but big in flavour. And they want to deliver it in a kind of express market made to go. So I've actually designed this to go in a box so that people can kind of just tuck in and get on with their daily jobs. So, fennel, all the fennel tops, everything, all straight in. There we go. Right, red cabbage. You could use white if you want, but I've gone red today. Right, that should be enough. All we're going to do is, again, just shred this really fine. The finer the better. So if you're not so good with your knife skills, use a peeler or use a food processor on the slicing guard. So nice and fine. Right, that should do. So red cabbage into the bowl. So we've got our fennel, we've got our apple, we've got our red cabbage. Now I've got some lovely sweet California prunes here. I'm just going to slice those up. And these will give that wonderful kind of sweet, kind of sticky little hint in the slaw to make it delicious. But what I'm going to do is kind of liven them up a little bit. The half a lemon that's left over, squeeze that over the prunes. Okay, kind of a little pickle if you like. And then just mix them about. We want all that lemon juice to kind of soak straight into the prunes so that when you bite in you get that real sweet tang. Okay, so into the slaw. Get all the lemon juice, get it all on there. Now Kev went to the herb garden, got me flat leaf parsley and then a big handful of mint as well. These two herbs will go really well. Take the stalks off the parsley and just roll the whole thing up and chop. Fresh herbs just bring this whole thing to life. Give it real freshness. Don't add them in too early, add them in at the last minute, okay? So I've got them there. That's it. We're about done. So take the slaw and just mix it all together with your hands. Make sure all the dressing gets coated all over the salad. Beautiful. Right, in with the herbs now. In we go. Give them a good mix. Look at that. It's beautiful. Smells amazing. The minute the herbs are in, that's when it starts to smell really, really fresh. Okay. So I'll give my hands a quick wipe and we are ready to serve. Luckily I've got a few people in the office here today who are going to be hungry. So, right. I've actually got my box, which is what I'm doing for a bit of takeaway work. So a lovely big handful of this salad, straight in the plate. That's it. Just fresh. There we go. Pop that to one side. Give this a quick wipe. Okay, so let's take this chicken, lift it up, give it a little drain, because remember I put a lemon in the middle, so there's loads of steam and juices in there, so it's going to be lovely and lovely, kind of sweet. It's going to be nice and moist, so just take those little leg pieces off. And all we're going to do is really simple. Is just cut the whole thing in half. Okay, and then we'll joint it up. So I'm going to take the legs off there and the thigh. Take the wings off. They just pull away. And then just cut through each leg and thigh, so you all get a little bit, and then we'll take, look at all the flavour, all the herbs in there, lovely. So we'll take half of the chicken breast there, and I think a thigh, put that on there, lovely, and same in the box. Go. And then the beauty of adding all the prune juice and all the cooking juices is you kind of get this lovely sweet gravy. So this is just full of juices and prunes, so it's going to be lovely and sweet. So just serve that on the top. There you go. Super simple lunch. Half roast chicken with a lovely summer fresh slaw.